I go cut my coat oversized this year. Hey. So what if I want to cut my coat oversized, like I'm wearing it oversized?
Okay, now it's your choice.
So I mean, like my
that is waiting for you at the
like
front.
a friend used to say, he said, I will drag something that is above.
Yes.
But I said, if you drag it and it hit you,
Falls on your head.
you learn now. So you do according to your standard. You don't go above and just trying to prove what? Nothing. The life is just so simple.
Hi everyone, you're welcome to another episode of the Wealth Street Journal, the podcast where finance meets real life. Today we are going to be talking all things loans, leases, how to live a soft life with plenty money or not. And to my right, as usual, I have
Matilda, Awotundun.
Come on, the yellow one. And we have
My name is Ariens, Shakarho.
Love it. Can you tell us what it means? I've always wanted to ask.
Well, actually, it's an abbreviation of my full name.
Okay.
The full name is Ariens, which means let's live well.
Oh.
So Ariens is the abbreviated form of that.
Nice. It sounds very tush, but also like, you know that it's one Ijinle name.
Exactly.
Okay, Ariens, do you prefer to work remotely or on-site?
I think I like the balance of both.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure because working on site, you get to interact with your colleagues, you get to meet people, you make decisions on the go. Remotely, you get to work at a bit more relaxed pace. So I like the balance. I can't say, I prefer one over the other. So hybrid is it for me.
Oh, why must you?
Yeah. Hybrid is the best because, I mean, working from home at times, you tend to be lazy, like, okay, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Now, but when you're on site, it gives you this kind of idea, I need to do this.
To get it done now.
Yeah, so.
I want to work from my own house. So.
Hybrid is better. So it also depends, right? So, like for us now, we go out to see clients, we go out to inspect vehicles and all of those things, right? So we can't do it at all.
Yeah, but you can be at home and still, like, when you know that you need to go out, just quickly get your clothes on and go out. Because, there's just a lot of stress.
For me, it's just the interaction with fellow human beings.
What if you don't want, to see people?
Well, each to their own.
Okay, so another rapid-fire question would be iPhone or Android?
Android.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for me, of course, I prefer Android.
Are you serious? Wait, a lot of people always say iPhone.
So I believe for Gen Z,
so
you want to like iPhone, but for me, I prefer Android. Is there no stress of buying iCloud, no stress of having to, but with Android, anywhere you walk, you connect to anything connectable.
Thank you. So thank you very much. So today we're going to be talking about, like I said, loans, leases, soft life, how to fund your lifestyle and all of that. And we'll be having that conversation today. So, I know that both of you are in the finance space, you give loans to people, to organizations, and what is that process like? So let's assume, we're looking at it from two sides. As an individual, what are the things that you look at? And also maybe an organization, a corporate organization, what are the things that you look at to ensure or verify that this person is actually creditworthy, and then you give your loans?
Okay, so you're talking about from the business point, right?
Yes.
So normally, first thing is we'll check to see, are you even qualified to take a loan? We'll check your credit history. Are you owing multiple debts? Even if you're owing, what's your repayment history like? It shows whether you're a good creditor or not. It shows whether this person has the capacity to even repay. So those are some of the things we look at. We also look at, okay, do you have a collateral to support, the loan you want to take? So there are different things that we look at. For a business, we want to look at your cash flow. Do you have a steady stream of, inflows to support the repayment of the loan. So those are some of the things we look at.
Yeah, so and in addition, for an individual, right, it is expected that you have good income, like a stable income, and that your income can conveniently pay back the monthly repayment or rental, as the case may be. And also for an organization, it is expected that we know the sources of repayment and the purpose for the loan, so that we are sure that the facility or the loan you are taking is to generate additional income for your company, and also to be able to pay back the monthly rental or repayment conveniently. Yeah, so those are the basic things. And in addition, just to check their credit check to make sure that they have good credit rating and all of that. Their cash flow, they have good cash flow to repay back. And for individual, you don't have bad record, and you have stable income, and your income can conveniently pay back
what you're
owing.
So have you ever had instances where maybe an organization or an individual borrows money and they don't pay back?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
We're humans, aren't we? I mean, it's always very easy to take a loan. Some people see it as free money. They forget that there's an obligation afterwards to pay back. So some people will take a loan with no intention of paying back, or paying back when they feel like, as opposed to what they've agreed to. So yes, we do have instances where people take a loan and they don't want to pay, and there are measures to follow up.
Like, so what do you do?
Individuals.
How do you go about that? Like, do you, like, banks would come and say, I want to carry your house, your card, and everything?
Yeah, so there are remedial process, So at first, we want to know the reason why you are not paying back. Is it that your business is having issue, or as an individual, is it that your income is not coming as expected, right? So once we are able to identify that, okay, what is the main challenges that your business is facing? If you are getting your income as at when due, so why are you not paying? We need to identify. So at times we are forced to restructured facility for customers. So if they are paying a higher repayment, maybe that is affecting their ability to pay back. So we can restructure the facility in such a way that what they'll be paying back will be a minimum, so that they'll be paying at ease, right? So if you try that and you're paying back as at when due and as agreed, fine. But if you keep defaulting again, so if it's in terms of leases, of course, then we can now go in to say, okay, we've tried all options for you to come up and pay as I went due. But if you are not paying, then we need to repossess back the vehicle and sell to another person, or we release to another person. Do you get that? If it's for corporate loan too, I mean, in some cases, we write the law. Yeah.
So usually, just to come in there, we're a friendly company. So we will usually start by making phone calls. We'll send you emails. We'll pay you a visit or invite you to come to our office to visit, just to hear what's happening. Because there are two kinds of people who are not keeping to their repayment terms. There are people who are unwilling. They have the capacity, which means they have the money.
So they're just intentionally.
So that's a character issue. And then there are people that they really do want to pay. They don't want reminders, but somehow they're struggling. So when the initial stage is just to understand what's going on with the individual or the company. Is it a capacity problem or a character problem?
Like that.
So we know how to address based on what we're able to find out.
So, and then he said the law.
Well, that's usually the last option.
Result.
We'll try this restructuring, like Matthew just said, just to see, okay, maybe the repayment that was initially structured for you is too heavy, it's too cumbersome, you're not able to meet up. Okay, so if we reduce the amount you pay, we stretch it over a longer period, can you cope? And most times it works for people. So instead of, let's say, paying back 200K every month, they say, what I can really afford is 100K. So we structure it, okay, pay over a longer time, pay smaller amounts. But then if you now find out that that is still not working, they are not paying, then, before things like realizing the collateral begins to come in.
Yes. I like that you mentioned leases, but I'll still come back to that. So the next question is, what you do, you help companies to finance their businesses, financing it generally for both companies and individuals. Now, what you do, how does it differ from me going to the bank to getting it? That's one. And how does it also differ from all these other unnamed people that I do not want to name that, you get loans from, and then you start seeing your pictures and videos everywhere. So how does this differ from bank and then those ones?
Okay, so so for Meristem, at us, Meristem Finance, right? So we have a payment plan structured to target, your income or receivable, right? And our rate is friendly compared to those other companies that you're trying to mention, where they'll give you higher interest rate and you now find it difficult to repay back. And why you would come to Meristem instead of going to bank is our process is very smooth and flexible. We structure facility to meet customers' need, right? And at the same time, we are quick to respond to your request compared to banks where you'll be there 1 month, 2 months. They are still expecting one executive director to come and sign your offer letter. But here, everything is done electronically. All the people that need to approve and sign your offer letter is in this same building. So you just a call or you go to the office, please, I need this thing. So within a short while, you can get your request sorted out. Yeah.
Ariens, you want to add to that?
Yes. Also, flexibility in tenure. Okay. Some companies might do very short tenures, but we're able to offer longer tenures, flexibility in your repayments and all of that. And then the process of recovery is also different with the kind of companies that are called loan sharks.
Yes.
I won't mention any company, but sometimes the method of recovery can be very aggressive.
Yes.
But we tend not to be like that. Yes.
I've seen different.
Where they post your...
It's a lot.
Send messages to your relatives, to your friends.
Or they start calling your pastor, call your friend and say,
this person is owing. They'll tell you have HIV.
Thank you. Even the ones that they say, this person is dead, they post an obituary.
That's crazy. That's
why? Really, really bad.
And those people, do they now still come back? Like, after you've done that to me, you now still come back and pay the money. Like, does that happen?
For those companies.
If I'm dead, then I'm dead.
Well,
I'm dead to you.
So that's why that's why they are charging that high. And if you check their non-performing loans, is very, very high.
People want to pay back if they know that.
Yes.
But I think there is also scare tactic too.
Yes, it is. Sometimes it works, but a lot of times it doesn't work.
I don't think it makes sense. But anyway, that's how they know to run their business.
There are several measures for recovery, right? But that is the one they choose to do. But of course, there are several other measures.
We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
The good thing is even the laws, the regulatory body has put laws into place to stop those kind of practices. Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to what Matthew mentioned about leases. Can you walk us through what is a lease and how does it function in this environment in relation to what you do?
So for a lease, right? So a lease allows you to acquire an asset and you start enjoying the asset now while you spread the repayment over a period of time. So you don't need to put much pressure on your liquidity. You free your cash flow. You'll be able to have access to that equipment, vehicle that you want, and you have a repayment plan that can be spread over the years and to meet your monthly income or your cash flow, as the case may be. Yes, basically.
Okay, so all I just need to do is come to you and say, Matthew, I need a car.
Yes.
Is it that easy? So I feel like it's not that easy.
No, of course. Of course. So for individual, right? So of course, you need to have a stable income. You must be.
What's the minimum? Do you have a minimum?
No. So it depends on the asset you want to acquire, right?
Okay, let's use an example.
So, for example, say you want to buy a car, right? And of course, cars are very expensive these days. So, of course, we expect that what you be paying back should not be more than, as an individual, should not be more than 30 to 33% of your net take home, right? So, but for an organization, we expect that you have good cash flow because we'll do analysis on your audited financial statement, bank statement, and all that to be sure that the company is liquid and they can conveniently pay the rental as at when due, right? So there are some documentation that will require from you, like for corporates, CAC document to be sure that the company is registered, your audited financial statement for 2 years, bank statement, and some other requirement. But for individual, you need to provide your evidence of work where you work, like offer letter. Yes, your monthly pay slip, bank statement, your salary bank statement to be sure that actually you don't have any other loan that you are paying. So we'll be able to identify that on the paper. And once you meet all the criteria, why not? We'll get the facility
so
for you.
This is for Ariens. So let's assume I am supposed to pay maybe 1 million monthly. I'm just saying, I cannot afford it. But let's assume that I'm supposed to pay 1 million monthly for maybe how many years now? 2 years.
2 years.
Let's just assume for 2 years. And I get one big deal somewhere that gives me access to a lot of money. Can I come to say, I want to pay off what is left of what I'm owing you?
Absolutely.
I
so
see.
That's what we meant when we were talking about flexibility. So you can take a 2-year loan, but in 3 months, you've come into money and you want to pay off at no extra cost.
I see.
The flexibility is there. And also, just to add to one of the requirements, just to add to what Matthew was saying about the requirements, you will need to also make a contribution, an equity contribution. So an asset, we won't fund it 100%.
Okay.
We'll fund it 70%. You bring 30%. You have to have a stake in it.
Okay.
Because when you know your money is in that asset, you take better care of it.
Yes.
So that is also one of the things, one of the requirements. Yes.
So the repossession now comes in when the person is ultimately and absolutely unable to pay back.
After we've tried everything. Restructuring will give you a bit more time. Extended.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Eccentric.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So I think that we've kind of touched on bad debts, but can you just speak to us about bad debts? Now I'm looking at it in the context of, times can be hard. I'm not saying time is not hard for us in Jesus' name. But times can be hard, but I also want to fund my baby girl lifestyle, right? And then there is now, say I've come to you and you've already seen what my earning potential or capacity is, and you feel like it's not substantial. But then I'm telling you, something can happen. I'm depending on God. God is my source. My job is just a resource. Like, how do you? No. We are client-centric now. Like, is there anything? So let's assume you cannot even help me. What can I do to help my life?
Okay. So first of all, the myth of good debt and bad debt. Let's clear that first.
Okay.
What is a good debt? A good debt is when you take a loan to grow, to earn, to expand. But when you take a loan for consumption, like the baby girl lifestyle you're talking about, ideally you should fund your baby girl lifestyle from either your personal income, your savings, if you do investments. That is what should fund those kind of lifestyle.
I should not borrow.
It's not advisable to borrow to go and flex. You say you want to borrow money, you want to go on vacation, you want to buy the latest Ashwebi, the trend. Those things are not going to generate income for you. But let's say you're borrowing money to buy a laptop. You're a freelance person and you can use your laptop to work. that is good debt because that laptop you've purchased, you can use it to generate income.
Yeah.
But a bad debt, you say, iPhone 17. I think that's the latest one now.
I don't know.
So you go and buy iPhone 17. Meanwhile, you're not going to be using it to generate any income.
Yeah.
That's not a good debt. That's a bad debt. That's just funding lifestyle. And if you don't have the capacity to repay, let's say somebody who is on a 300, 400K salary and you have to pay back 200K every month just towards your debt, already there are problems.
Yes.
So those are the things that make us that makes us to classify good debt from bad debt.
Yeah, so the other part of the question about, so how do you now advise me to go about funding the lifestyle that I still need to fund?
Funding your lifestyle, like I said, it should not come from a loan, ideally.
So how will you now advise me? Where should I get the money from?
Where you get, so you live below your means.
You can do investments. You can do investments.
Girl, your parents can help you. You can have friends, But for a loan has to be purposeful. It has to be purposeful. You can't just take a loan to go and flex. It's not advisable. People do it, but what you're doing is you're borrowing your future happiness right now. So you've spent it, you've eaten it all. But there's an obligation to pay back. So planning, doing investments, savings, delaying gratification a little bit. Those are the ways we'll advise that you fund those lifestyle habits, but not to take a loan where it's not going to generate additional income and you're not sure how you're going to pay back.
Yeah.
It's not advisable.
So in addition, right, you want to maintain your baby girl lifestyle, right? So you have income, so you could invest in shares, invest in money market instruments and all of those things. So whereby you make a little spread. So whatever spread you make can use to sustain
the lifestyle.
Rather than just going for loan where you now choke yourself. Citing an example, I remember in those days when BlackBerry came out, and I was using one small phone then, my friends, they will be using BlackBerry. I said, intentionally in my mind, I know that my lifestyle then, my income cannot go for that BlackBerry. So I just tell myself, I don't like BlackBerry. I just said I don't like BlackBerry. I'll buy this. I said no, I don't like BlackBerry. But now I can afford to buy anything I want. Not having to go and collect loan, and at the end of the day I'll now be choked. No, that's not right.
Yeah, I mean that's very good. So anything you cannot afford, I don't really like it, to be honest. Like, it's not really my thing. It's a lie.
It's a lie, big fat lie. You like it when you can afford it.
Yeah, that's very good knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so is there anything that you would like to? Okay, actually, what is the minimum? Because I'm thinking of coming to Warsaw. What's the minimum funding that an individual can get?
So right now, we can do from 1 million.
Oh, really?
Minimum.
Okay.
Above. Yeah.
Okay. Are the rates fair?
Friendly.
The rates are very fair.
Friendly.
Very competitive.
Affordable.
Very flexible.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But they vary in line with market realities.
Yeah.
So we can't give you an exact rate, but we're very competitive.
Yes, you can.
And our rate is not like that rate that it's advisable that anytime you're going into taking a loan, so you read the terms and conditions properly to understand all those clauses. There are some organizations that you get loan from them. So maybe let's say, for example, so the loan is for 30%. Per annum, right? So just like you asked the other time that, okay, maybe in 6 months or 4th month you got a big pay and you decide to pay. Yeah. Some company will say that, okay, is that 30% that you still pay? But at Meristem Finance, we are flexible. The repayment is on a daily basis. Yeah. So at any point in time you want to pay, it's a prorated. We'll prorate the interest rate and then we'll advise you on
That's really fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really fair. So to close, what advice would you give you 10 years ago? Now that you are here, established and everything, doing all the things that you are doing, what advice would you give yourself 10 years ago?
Okay, so in terms of loan,
it doesn't have to be loan,
doesn't have to be
generally, life generally.
Invest.
I say.
Invest. Save money, invest. Just learn about investments from the equities to the money market instruments. Learn the power of compounding. So when you invest, whatever you invest is your principal.
Yeah.
Allow it to grow. Don't say, oh, 3 months, I've done 3 months treasury bills. I want to collect the interest and flex. Allow that interest to be added to the principal. It's called compounding.
Yeah.
It just grows, and just leave it. And then live below your income.
Above your income.
So if you're earning 500K, live like someone who's earning 250K.
Yeah.
So that you have a little
Some balance
to save and invest and grow.
That makes sense. But the answer for this year is like, I go cut my coat oversized this year. Hey. So what if I want to cut my coat oversized? Like I'm wearing it oversized.
Okay, now it's your choice.
So I mean, like my
friend is waiting for you at the front.
My friend used to say, he said, I will drag something that is above.
Yes.
I said, if you drag it and it hits you,
Falls on your head.
you learn now. So you do according to your standard. You don't go above and just try to prove what? Nothing. The life is just so simple.
Yeah.
Now, I've learned this long time ago. I don't let peer pressure push me to what I don't like.
Yeah.
You get? Just like what I said the other time that my friends were using
BlackBerry.
So go and just said, if that BlackBerry lost now, you'll be crying. But if this one lost now, I can complain good to
Exactly what to do your palace phone.
So,
so what advice would you give 10 years ago you?
That's just it.
No, it does not have to be investing. It could be any other thing. What advice would like, okay, I think I should have done better here. I could have done better here. Or continue doing what you've done.
Yeah, so like I said, then in those days, we don't really know much about investment and all of these things. But of course, we are open to all of these information now. So imagine if I had invested in First Bank in like 10 years ago.
Chai.
Do you know, you can imagine what I'll be making now. So it's still just investment because it's key. It can take you anywhere. Look at the likes of Awotundun and the likes. They've been in this industry doing this kind of investment all these years, and they have been able to build their wealth over the years, and they can control the market. Do you get? So they've been doing this like how many years ago when others are there, bubbling, throwing away money, flying abroad and doing all of those things. So investment is still the key.
So investment is key. Yeah. All right.
I would like to add something about it, just like maybe final advice on borrowing. So for example, when not to borrow? When should you not borrow? Don't borrow if you don't have a clear means of paying back that money.
Yeah.
Don't borrow if you have multiple debts. So some people will borrow from company A, then B, C, D. If you know you are juggling more than 2 loans, please don't borrow. Don't borrow from one person, one lender to pay another lender. So don't borrow when you are feeling pressured. Don't borrow to fund consumption. So those are some of the things to have at the back of your mind when you're thinking of taking a loan.
And don't borrow when you don't have a steady income.
Yes.
So it's very key.
And don't borrow to buy Sherby.
Yes.
But you can borrow to buy Sherby, Like I can come to you, Matthew, like what?
Those are personal.
Those are personal.
So, okay, I should not come to like a
company and sign.
Well, I'll not tell you what I want to use my money for.
You will state the purpose of.
So that's hence this advice.
Oh, I see.
That if you know at the back of your mind, you're telling me you want to use it for business, but really and truly,
you want to go
to fund one baby girl lifestyle. It's not advisable. But at the end of the day, everyone is an adult and they have the choice to do what they want. So we can only advise on what is recommended and what's not.
Thank you very much for being on the show today. All right,
Thanks for having us.
Yes, it was so nice and I learned a lot of things from you. I'm sure people in the house also did. Thank you very much, everyone, for being with us today. I'm sure you had a lot to learn about loans, debts, when to borrow, and all of that. So till the next time we catch you, bye and keep investing.
Bye.
Bye.